And today we're going to do a little bit more sharpening in the shed. Just seems a good thing to be doing at the moment. I'm going to use the water stone again, but pretty soon I'll get the India oil stone out and show you how I use that one as well. And we'll have a look at the grinding machine too, why ever not. But today we're going to do this little lady. She is my 3/4 inch roughing gouge, used mainly for spindle work. She can kind of take half a bowl off in one go if I catch one of these wings. She was given to me by a man who makes concert harps that I used to work for 27, 28 years ago, who was a real kind of old-fashioned way of working type of guy, you know. He learned from a man who could kind of just do anything. He could make like metal things out of just scrap. And this guy who taught him actually worked in a hospital making things for operations, like making artificial knees and hips and things before they could kind of just buy them over the counter, you know. Now here's something else to show you anyway. Right, this is the Robert Sorby fingernail bowl gouge that I flashed out the other day. Let's just bring this over close to the camera so we can see there. Now that's got a kind of a rough edge on it. It's kind of difficult to see, but it's kind of dull. I'm not actually going to tackle this one just yet. This is just to show you the kind of dull edge that a tool comes with when you first buy it. Now it will cut like this straight out of the bag because I have used it, and there's no problem with that whatsoever. But this roughness here, it's not really meant to be like that. That's meant to be because you, the craftsman or woman who gets this thing and actually wants to use it themselves, gets to put their own angle and their own tip on it in their own way. And it's really worth knowing those things. They make a big difference to the work you do. Just the kind of... If you've got a lot of kind of little personal rules and things like that, doesn't matter if no one else does it as long as they work, that will get you producing work which is kind of much more unique. In fact, not kind of, it is much more unique. So it's worth doing, and that's why these things come dull. As I say, you can use them dull, but you know, don't be afraid to learn some sharpening. Okay, let's get down to the sharpening stone. Here we go again. So the stone is still there. I changed the water a bit. Here's the gouge we're going to do. She is quite rusty and could do with the general fettling up in that direction as well. But today I'm going to work on the point. You see, I do green turning a lot, which is another subject, but it involves using soaking wet wood, and I'm just not quick enough on drying things. It's my own fault. I am terrible. But, you know, as I say, we've all got our little idiosyncrasies. Let's just fettle up the face of the stone first with the old artificial Nagura stone, where... Yeah, you'd think there'd be a camera in this thing you could actually look at, wouldn't you? Where is it? Right there. Well, it's right in front of the camera. Oh dear, I'm not very good at this camera thing. There is the artificial Nagura stone. Let's give it a good rub. It's worth taking time on this, and I can see a better surface starting to come up already at this end. I'll move it down a bit so I get that end as well. Best to work right up and down the full length of the stone if you possibly can. This one is definitely still dished a bit in the middle, but that's just seems to be the way it goes when I sharpen turning gouges and other gouges, generally speaking. Let's get it right up on the edge. Really want to flatten this off now, and that way I don't go too far when I'm doing my gouges and things. And while we're doing this, might as well do that as well. Get this side all nice and fresh. Okay, there are several other sides to this stone, but let's crack on with the video. So once again, trying to keep this angle as close as I can to the original, and you can see the original angle right on the end of the tip there, just there. So hold it up like that, and I have to shift that a bit. Okay, get some water on there, get that angle again, just lift it up so I can feel the point. Go at it gently like that. trying to keep this angle the same all the time. You will develop an instinct for that if you decide you're going to learn to sharpen. If you've already learned to sharpen, I bet you've already developed this instinct. You can sort of feel it in the stone. And once you've tried it a few times and realised that certain things always work, you can't really go back. I'm doing a much wider sweep with the tip of this tool than I was with the last one, just to get a little tiny bit of roundness into the very edges of these wings so they don't bite so much. Because when we get to planing cylinders and things, the best thing I think for planing really is a skew chisel. In fact, an oval skew chisel will kind of plane round corners and stuff. It's wonderful. Hey, another video coming up on that one, I think. Where's this? Wearing this down quite a bit here. Okay, so how are we doing so far? Let's dry this off, and at least there won't be any extra rust from today, and I'll have to work in that with the slipstone in a minute. But what have we got here? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just better than it was, frankly. It's just come out a bit. You can see it's kind of rough and ready, and it hasn't bitten all the way over the whole body of this, but it is bringing it down more evenly. And it's a bit like planing or sandpapering. You sort of take a layer off and you want to keep taking even layers off. So if it doesn't quite touch in one place but it's touching everywhere else, and you keep that angle, okay, where is that slipstone? After a while the water gets muddy and you can't see. Right. Excuse me missing it off the camera there. Go. Now then, I'm not getting great focus here, but it's much more silver close to the edge now. Taking out some of the little marks that were in the surface close to there, and we have actually touched just about all the way around now. So I think I'm going to be happy with turning with that pretty soon. But I think it needs a bit more work, and I think it's kind of boring. So, and I'm quite pleased with this now. I'd rather a lot more stoning on the main stone. It's getting some ore on this. Now this would really benefit a lot from going on the India oil stone. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, because I am kind of lazy sometimes, and it will turn really well straight off a 1200 grit waterstone. In fact, I bet there are loads and loads of people out there sharpening, well, not sharpening at all, or just kind of sharpening on a brick or something. Quick look at this grinder. I'm not going to use it right now, doing a job with it, but they're very useful things. You can have two different stones on there, obviously. This is a fairly coarse one. It's aluminium oxide, just the grey stuff. I don't know what this is called, but basically it's a white stone, and it's much gentler on fine tools. Tools made with really fine carbon steel benefit a lot from this because they don't overheat. But they do get pretty hot, so it's good to have a little bucket of water, or even you could even have your teacup in front of it, you know, and just quench the tool in that and make it go when it's all too hot. But this white stone overheats things a lot less. Let's have a look. So it actually starts to look white when it's running. I've had it so long, it's a right old mess. But look, this is a sign of a good grinder. It takes a long time for it to stop running. Quality machine this. Not the best quality, but you know, those bearings are really good. That is the main thing, because that is what will make the machine last longer and longer. If the bearings are square, if the bearings are tight, it will make the motor labour. Not only will that burn the motor out, you'll also get less energy coming through into whatever you do. A lot of people make jigs for these. You can imagine I could kind of have something coming out from the base that would hold that on at exactly the right angle. Myself, I just kind of do it like that, and as I touch the stone, keep it as centered as possible. But I'm not going to do that today. That is just because I did want to include this in the old sharpening video. So let's kind of come up and attempt to do a little piece to camera. Thing is, I've no idea. I might be too close there or too far away. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching. It's been really great doing this. It's always enjoyable making a video for you guys. Sometimes I get tired in knots, but that's all the fun of it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to put up a shed-based video, at least something to do with the tool shed, woodwork, metalwork, something to do with the wood life every day if I can. So keep it Twig, brother. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around the internet if you wouldn't mind. That would be fabulous. And I'll see you pretty well tomorrow. Bye-bye. So there we have another gouge all ready to rock and roll and do some work with. All I've got to do now is think of the big project. Well, it's not going to be a really massive project like involving dinosaurs and stuff, but I do want to do some woodwork this weekend, make some more videos for you guys. I'll keep them short, generally speaking, because the upload time is very long, and I share this connection with other people. You know, there's more than just me to think about, but I'm always trying to come up with ways of making them a bit better. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Keep it Twig, brother, and I'll see you, well, no doubt in the next day or so with yet another kind of turning video of some kind, and I'll probably not have run out of words then. Cheers.